So here's new Vector, 2002 Symbol 42 aft deck. I worked with the current owners, Richard and Debbie, to acquire the boat. Several trips to Florida and a couple months searching, and this boat turned out to be the one for them. At this point now, their son is going in a different direction, and they're looking to downsize. So this vessel is available for purchase now today. Richard's modified the boarding ladder so it could be used here on this narrow dock. It's a nice feature to be able to just walk up. New Vector has decent width side decks, room enough for my big feet, and it has a nice flow about the deck as you come around. We have a beautiful sun deck, access also down a spiral staircase to the swim platform. The davits and dinghy were just added by Richard just last year. Why don't we say take a look inside. Inside, the first thing you come to is a rather spacious salon. You've got a L-shaped settee to one side, very comfortable zero gravity chair. There's a bar with an ice maker and a TV, forward to port, and to starboard you've got a door to the side decks, and full controls operate the boat from inside. The woodwork is all still in excellent shape and exhibits the great craftsmanship that Jimmy Chang sought after when he was building these yachts. Everything is in very good shape, from the headliner and the new LED lights right down to the cabin sole. It's been very well cared for and maintained. There's adequate courtesy lighting in all the steps, so in the evening when the lights are dim, it's easy to get around and you don't end up falling down. Just to the right as you come in, the companionway is the master stateroom. Nice wide steps down, so you're not, it's not like a ladder. The stateroom is full width of the boat. That's the great thing about the Sundeck. Headroom is plenty. I'm 6'1". I've got a good 3 or 4 inches above my head. You got an island queen. And again, much more of the beautiful woodwork and joinery. The doors are on rollers. They're not just stuck in there. All the cabinetry operates easily. You have one air conditioner running into this room, which keeps it nice and comfortable. LED lighting in the headliner. A couple reading lamps. And then forward in stateroom, there's a cedar-lined lit cabinetry and closets. And a closet with shelves and additional hanging. Again, all cedar-lined, all automatic lit. And the third cupboard is where we find the washer and dryer, the Splendide 2000, which works fairly well for limited cruising. They've put storage everywhere on this boat. Every step comes up. There's access to the bilges everywhere through floorboards. And the master head is good size, well lit. It's a dry head, so you don't have to get the whole bathroom wet when you take a shower. With 6 opening stainless steel ports. With 6 opening stainless steel ports, there's plenty of light back in here. You don't get that cave feeling in this boat. It's really got a nice bright interior. If we go back forward up the steps to the Salon. distribution panel is located where it's very convenient and yet out of the way, and everything is right there at your fingertips. Very well done. The wiring in this boat is meticulous. We'll have a chance to look at that later. Coming down the steps into the galley, we have a U-shaped galley with plenty of counter space and additional counter spaces made over the basin. Again, massive amounts of storage. You have a 3-burner electric stove. Instead of an oven on this boat, you have a convection microwave, so you still can do pretty good meals in this galley. And apartment-sized fridge runs on both AC and DC. And again, everything is in excellent shape. Across from the galley is the guest head. Fairly good room, bright like the master head, and the shower in here is also separate from the rest of the head. And then forward of the head is the guest cabin. You've got a walk-around queen. There's hanging lockers on each side. Seats are lined. It's got some nice decorative rope lighting. The hatch is covered now, but you get plenty of light through the 2 stainless ports and the hatch, and good ventilation. Other hanging locker on this side. Little vanity and storage. Again, the woodwork is all in beautiful shape. This forward guest cabin, I think, is as nice as some master cabins on boats this size. New Vector has a solidly built side door. As you can see, with the waterproof latches, you can be battened down tight. But this gives you excellent access when docking. You can get right out to the side decks. And again, there's ample space for it. The railings are sufficient height, solid 1.25 inch welded stainless steel. All of the fittings, bollards, and the hardware on the boat is oversized. Symbol built a lot of much larger yachts, and so they put that quality into the little 442 as well. The previous owner had removed the stanchions and rebed them, and this is easily achieved because they've got access. So you can actually get under each of the stanchions to unbolt them. So you've got a good solid through bolted railing that is still removable and serviceable. Adequate space on the foredeck for lounging and sunning. I like his double spotlight setup. That makes transiting the ICW at night a breeze. Another example of the overbuilt hardware on the boat. Drainage for the deck is both in the sole scupper and also through the steps, so you don't get a lot of water going up here. Again, the Sundeck, plenty of space. Richard added the deck box, really adds to the storage and put things you don't necessarily want to store below. So next we'll go down and we'll try to access the engine room and show you around there. So you have plenty of access in the salon. Both boards can come up and the crossbar out, so there's room actually to lift the entire engines out. And when you need the space, you can open up and it's there. But normal access can be gotten without that trouble by the forward entrance underneath the steps to the galley. These lift up and latch in place. Getting in the engine room isn't that hard at all. Of course, it's nice and cool in here because the air conditioner is working overtime on this 90-degree day. Behind the air conditioner is a stainless steel water heater and the accumulator tank for the pressure water. So forward here on the wall are the Raycor filters for the engines and for the genset. You see all the fuel lines are color coded, and there's a really nice manifold for fuel management here. So you can move fuel from one tank to the other. The forward, on this side is our Northern Lights generator. This provides plenty of power, even on anchor, to run the air conditioning. And then there's a control panel for the generator here. As you look back, you can see the two Cummins Diamond Series 6 BTAs. Very sturdy, very good fuel economy. I think, for my money, these are the best diesels you can put in a boat. Everything's easy to get to. They've led the dipsticks for both engines out to the middle. Back underneath the batteries is a Reverso oil changing system with a manifold that will allow you to change the engine oils, transmission oils, and also the generator, all from one convenient location. She's equipped with fire suppression. The battery boxes are all in great shape, and the batteries are fairly new, ready to go. That's the engine room. It's pretty good size again for a 42-foot boat. So the indoor helm on the Symbol 42 is comfortable and well arranged. You've got full engine gauges. You've got control of all your bilge pumps. There's 4 bilge pumps and 2 sump pumps. Vetus 8 horsepower bow thruster here, and there's another controller up top. Your autopilot control is here. The Furuno is a little dated. That's left over. It's actually been disconnected to make way for the new electronics that have been installed. You do have a VHF radio down here, and again, easy access. So when you're docking this boat, you can see the dock. You can basically parallel park this thing with the twin engines and the bow thruster. You've got great control, and it's really an easy boat to maneuver. Right next to the helm, you have the tank gauges. The holding tank reads empty. You got fuel 1, fuel 2, water 1, 1, 2, which you can slip through the different tanks here and see how much fuel or water is in each. So there's the starter, the control panel for the 8 kilowatt Northern Lights generator is right here. So again, everything's operable from in here, and even the engine hours here, 3,033 hours on each engine. These are the Cummins Diamond Series engines, which are known to be good for 10 to 20,000 hours. The 1,000-hour service was done on these engines just a couple years ago. That's a valve adjustment and heat exchanger and intercooler cleaning and inspecting. So the regular maintenance has been done, and she's ready to go. So I was fortunate enough to spend a few nights at anchor aboard New Vector with Richard and Debbie, and one of our favorite things was sitting on the aft deck around sunset as the kids paddled around on the paddleboard. And one of the greatest features of this boat is the flow, and where you've got tiny little ladders on a lot of trawlers this size. It's got a nice spiral staircase here. Makes it really easy to get down to the dive platform. Richard and Debbie added the davits and this new 11-foot Achilles inflatable with a 20 horsepower Honda outboard. This is year 2019 and has very little use, and this little puppy will scoot. let me tell you. It was very easy to launch the water toys from the fairly wide swim platform and getting onto a floating dock with the breeze. You can really see how they've done the gel coat here. They've polished up and waxed, and there's high shine to the hull. For a boat this age, the gel coat's in great shape. Nice steps up to the Flybridge. Again, there are no ladders on this boat. Everything's pretty easy to get around. It's a nice, large area. You can get out of the sun. You're in the shade, and with all the panels down, you have good protection up here. Good seating all around for, I'd say, 6 to 8 guests. Again, we got 2 very nice helm chairs, and the helm is pretty easy here. We've got Simrad chart plotter, duplicate chart plotter, so you can have one chart plotter in close and one zoomed out. I went with Richard when we delivered this boat from Edisto Island to here, and we took a cruise, about a week-long cruise up to Chesapeake Bay, and really focused at doing some intercoastal at night. And as I noted before, the twin searchlights and the excellent visibility up here made doing the ICW at night really a breeze. It was comfortable, good visibility, and again, very easy to maneuver. You have full controls up here as you did down below. A second VHF radio, bilge pump switches, and again the 2 chart plotters. And this one has the new radar. The Simrad HD radar is hooked up here, so you can have a radar, chart, and another chart, and your echo sounder. And with all of this information here on the bridge, navigation day or night really is a breeze. She only draws about 4 feet 7 inches. So for a boat this size, with a well-protected props, really the ICW is no problem. This boat is a loop veteran, so she stays under the 19 feet for getting around the Great Loop. Second control for the bow thruster up here. Autopilot remote again up here. Integrated Clarion stereo, which is goes to speakers all around the boat. And a really nice engine sync here. You can sync the engines up really well with this. Basically, you can adjust the throttles until the arrow is in the middle, and you know your engines are synced. So, really full control from both helms, and a really nice place to hang out and have some sundowners. While not widely recognized, the reason for that is Symbol is a semi-custom yacht builder. Every boat is custom built for a client. They don't do spec boats, so there's no 2 alike. Again, a little bit about Jimmy Cheng. He believed in fair trade before fair trade was cool, and he really compensated his help well. He sought after the most experienced craftsmen. They have a huge facility in Taiwan, most of it covered, where 150 employees churn out boats from 42 feet to 90 feet on a regular basis. All the hulls are hand-laid fiberglass. All of the fixtures and fittings are done on their on-site foundry. So they maintain full control of the quality of every part and piece that goes into the boat. The 42 is like the small sister of the fleet, and yet still sports the same quality that you find in their larger yachts. The overall boat I would consider in very good condition, from the hull to the deck to the interior joinery and furniture and the engine room. The enclosure is getting up in years and could use a glass replacement. It's going to take a hit there. You could sew in new plastic windows and get the clarity back. It's not falling apart, it's still in good shape, it's just getting cloudy and crazed. And rather than replace the entire enclosure, your canvas shop can sew in some new glass and you get another 5 years out of this enclosure. So there's a good look at the 2002 Symbol 42 new Vector. I hope I've been able to point out some of the highlights of this vessel. Overall, for a 42 vessel, she's in excellent shape from deck to engine room, with 550 gallons of fuel, 175 gallons of water, and a 50-gallon holding tank. She's ready for cruising long distance or just taking you around the bay. 13-foot beam gives you plenty of room, particularly in the full-width aft stateroom. She gets great fuel economy at trawler speeds of 8 or 9 knots, yet has the power to get you up to 19 miles per hour. Her modified V provides plenty of performance and speed. If you're looking for a top quality yacht for distance cruising or just living aboard, you owe it to yourself to give this one a look. I'm Lars Bergstrom with Curtis Stokes & Associates Yacht Brokerage, and this has been a closer look at the Symbol 42 aft deck.